The morning sun filtered through the tall glass windows of the corporate building, painting golden streaks on the polished floor as the receptionist glanced at the clock for the 15th time, wondering why the applicant for the senior project manager position had not arrived yet, when suddenly the door opened and in stepped a tiny girl with messy blonde pigtails, clutching two worn notebooks to her chest like treasures, her shoes slightly scuffed and her dress a little wrinkled, but her eyes wide with determination as she whispered to the receptionist, "Excuse me, my mom's sick, so I came instead." Confused, the receptionist blinked, then bent down and gently asked what she meant, but before she could even finish the question, the Millionaire CEO, Daniel Hartman, a man known across the business world for his strict standards, sharp mind, and heart rumored to be made of cold strategy, stepped out of his office, tightening his tie as he prepared for yet another interview in his busy day, only to freeze mid-step when he saw the little girl standing there with trembling hands and a courage too big for her tiny frame. The receptionist quickly explained the situation, expecting the CEO to dismiss the girl, but instead Daniel slowly approached, kneeling down so he could meet her eyes, and asked softly, "Why did you come here, sweetheart?" The girl took a shaky breath and held out the notebooks. "My mom, she was supposed to come. She really needed this job. She practiced all night. But she woke up too sick to get out of bed, and she cried because she said this interview could change our lives. So I wrote down everything she told me and came to tell you myself, sir." The room fell silent as her words, fragile yet filled with responsibility far beyond her age, echoed in the air. Daniel, who had spent years building an empire and believed he had seen everything the world could offer, felt something shift in his chest, a crack in the armor he had built after years of loss and ruthless business. He gently asked her name, and she replied, "Emily." He invited her into his office, not for an interview but because something in her honesty and bravery demanded to be heard. As they sat across the large wooden desk, Emily opened her notebook and began explaining, in her innocent childlike way, all the things her mother had rehearsed, how she had worked at 3 different places, how she loved organizing things, how she always helped coworkers even when nobody thanked her, how she stayed up late studying because she wanted to give Emily a better life. Daniel listened, not with the calculating mind of a CEO, but with the quiet reverence of a man seeing strength expressed in a way he had forgotten existed. Emily suddenly paused, her lip trembling. "Please, don't be mad at her. She didn't want to disappoint you. She just tries her best." Daniel felt a sting behind his eyes, remembering his own mother who used to work double shifts and still came home with a smile she never let him see crack. Clearing his throat, he gently asked, "Do you take care of her when she's sick?" Emily nodded. "I make tea. And I read to her until she sleeps." She hesitated, then whispered, "I promised her I'd try to help today. I didn't know what else to do." Those simple words, spoken with the purest sincerity, broke through every wall Daniel had around his heart. He sat back, exhaled slowly, and made a decision he rarely made on impulse. He called HR, told them to cancel all remaining interviews, then turned back to Emily with a soft smile that surprised even himself. "Emily," he said, "your mother already got the job." Her eyes flew open, disbelief flooding her face. "Ah, really?" Daniel nodded. "Anyone who raises a brave girl like you must be exceptional. And I want people like that in my company." Emily threw her hands over her mouth, tears forming as relief washed over her. She jumped off the chair and hugged him tightly, surprising him, and for a moment Daniel closed his eyes, letting the warmth of that small embrace heal parts of him he didn't even know were hurting. He then stood, taking Emily's hand, and walked her out of the office, personally driving her home. When they reached the small, run-down apartment, Daniel knocked on the door, and a pale woman opened it, shocked to see her daughter standing beside the CEO she thought she had disappointed. Emily ran to her mother, hugging her tightly, while Daniel gently explained everything and handed her an employment letter with a salary higher than she had ever dreamed of. Tears streamed down the woman's face as she thanked him over and over, but Daniel simply shook his head and said, "Thank your daughter. Her courage brought me here today." As he walked back to his car, he felt something bloom inside him, hope, humanity, the reminder that success wasn't measured by profits but by the lives you could uplift along the way. That night, Emily's mother held her daughter close and whispered, "You saved us." While far away in his mansion, Daniel placed Emily's little notebook on his desk, a symbol of the day a child reminded him what true strength and kindness look like. And to every viewer watching this story now, remember, kindness, bravery, and compassion hold the power to change destinies. If this story touched your heart even a little, Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories that remind us of the goodness still alive in the world.